Well, um, the political parties are doing their elections and selecting who and who is going to be in which positions in the regional level. And one area where many have turned up is the Volta region. Um, and many are contesting for different positions in the Volta region for the party NPP, which is the National Patriotic Party. Well, it comes as a surprise to some people because back in the day, there were some colonies that were restricted to a certain party, and there were some places in Ghana where, there are only a certain type of people that would go for such positions, and there are some places where people will not even bother trying to go because they know they will not win. You get it? For example, back in the days, NPP flag bearers or regional heads and all of these other positions will not bother too much about the voter region because they know whatever happens, they would lose. You get it? The same way, if you go to some parts of maybe the Ashanti region, NDC will also not worry to win something there. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So now we have seen that in the previous elections, yeah, especially the very current one, things are changing. And now also, what is also amazing is that you can't really tell a particular sequence in the way these things would occur because people's minds change all the time. People are seeing what is happening in the economy. People are seeing the development projects that are going on. People are seeing the things that are not going on well. So people change their minds quickly, and then they put away this tribalism, ethnicity. I speak this language, the man also speaks my language, so I'll go and vote for him. No, they put all of those things aside, and now they look at what they will do to make things better for first themselves, and then second for their region, for their constituencies, for their clan, or whatever you have it. So we are seeing many turn up at the voter region, for these positions and these constituencies and all of that. And people are surprised because first it would be a large turnout for a different party like the NDC in the voter region, but now we are seeing a difference. It's showing us that many more people are changing their minds in certain directions, and also you would see a number of people, contesting for a position where previously nobody will even dare to go there because that position it's like it's reserved for one particular type of person. You get what we're saying? We'll check the type of language the person speaks, the part of the country he's from. All of those things used to play a part in the selection of some people and the voting of some people in some areas. But now things are changing, and the voter region where previously it didn't used to be an NPP colony, it's now an NPP colony in several parts. There are still some places where, of course, there are strong NDC, members and strong NDC lovers around there. And then also, I think there's quite a few of the CPP also. Yeah, the CPP also. As for the rest of the other parties, I'm not too sure. Well, do you think the PNC also has some people over there? Do you think? Oh, okay. So, and how about Zaneto's side? I think yeah, they also. Oh, okay, okay. So then now we are looking at the regional, level, constituencies and what have you and what have you. And then there's a large turnout from the current ruling, government, which is the NPP in this area. So many are serious to, take positions now, which wasn't like that in the past. There have been some parts also in the north where we are hearing that some changes, places where you used to be more NDC prone are now becoming NPP prone, and that's the north. And there are also some places which used to be seriously NPP prone but are not really too much of NPP again. So they are changing in both ways, some for one party, the other for the another party. So we'll see how things are going, but all this mainly is based on how things are going currently in the nation. People look at a lot of things, so people are looking at what is happening, and they are really asking themselves, oh, is this good? If I compare it to the previous governments, did they do well? If I compare it to the other party when they came, how much joy am I receiving? How much gladness, how much happiness, how much calm, how much peace, how much light? You get it? Some people consider things like light. If, for example, the previous government, was not one that helped with a lot of light, so much that we were in darkness most of the time. People use those type of things to decide, okay, well, when I compare to maybe this government, I think this one is better. Then they decide, okay, let me go for this position. So a lot of things are changing now, and we are seeing a difference. And also, one thing I also have to add, you know how first it used to be mainly the old and the aged, and those who are 40 plus, 50 plus, going for such positions. Now we are seeing a lot of the youth, turn up for those ones also. So now you are getting a mixed multitude. Some very aged persons, 50, 60 thereabouts, going for these positions. But then also we are seeing the late 20s, the early 30s, and all of these very beautiful young faces, especially the ladies as well. I think now our ladies are getting more in tune to the political, scene. I think they are getting in vibe with it now. I should say that they do tremendously well. For that one, we can't take it away from them. When you compare some of the things they do to those who were before them, it's amazing to see how sometimes the women are over, doing what we even expect them to be able to do. They outshine, in many areas. The ladies are doing 2 times what their successors or their previous people who used to be in those positions were able to do. So it's just one of those things we keep looking at, and we are glad for it. The women are not joking at all. There was also one thing I noticed. Most of them are not really, well, I won't say most of them, I'll say half of them are not really people who have really stayed there for long, who have really stayed in some of these places for long. They just want to do their work, and that is it. It's not because they are necessarily from that part of the town. Before it didn't used to be so, in some places they'll make sure it is their own, sort of town, or they've at least dwelled there for a while, or they've been there, they've had an experience, all of those stuff. Yeah, but now those things are also changing slightly, and so this is it. There was also other parts where many other youth are being taken, serious into, but we feel so far the politics and this current serene is moving on for them. Look, there was a certain place where they were going. Was it which region was that where it rained? Yeah, there was a certain place where it was going to rain, and the rain started falling seriously, but the people did not stop. They went ahead, and the youth were going through the rain to make sure that they go and fight for this position and contest and do all that they have to do. And we were seeing seriousness, because before some people would just turn back, but they are going through the rain. They don't mind being beaten and all of that. So that is it. We'll see who will be the winners of whatever positions they went for, and we'll probably wish them the best, so that at the right time, they start their work and make their individual places a better place for the nation. Thank you very much for listening. Leave any comment you have on the video and on what you heard in the comment section below, and please do have a very nice day.